Hello, everybody. Just coming on to make another little quick video. Just had something on my mind, on my heart. Hope everyone's having a pretty decent day. Hopefully, everybody's all the true persecuted individuals out there who are really truly suffering and just trying to find another reason to make it through another day. Hopefully, you're able to do that, and that you have peace today, and that you're able to get the necessities and the things that you need, just the daily things that you need to survive and to live today. Uh, what I wanted to talk about that was kind of on my mind is just, people's attitudes and personalities that I find just so strange. I know that I know personally I have a lot of issues with my harassers interfering with my videos and my content, and interfering with me reaching out to certain people and connecting with certain people. So I know that there are a lot of times where some of my messages are not, being seen, or some of my comments are not being seen or not received. So I do understand that that plays a part. However, I do also know that that really isn't always the issue, and that the main issue I feel like I'm getting just from experience with a few people is that people are always like complaining about people being disingenuous, people being distant, people being fake, people being unavailable, or complaining about being lonely, or complaining about not having anyone to talk to, or just complaining about the normal things that I think most people who are suffering through this phenomena complain about. It's a very lonely road, very isolating road to be in this situation, and that's kind of the part of the torture that's being purposely done. The isolation aspect of it. But you see people, saying things like that, and then, because I'm a caring person, and so I try to reach out and be comforting and comfort other people, because that's my nature, for me to do that. And it's so bizarre because when I have done that, and I'm just going to speak for myself, I just get a lot of really strange responses, and just kind of an abusive response, where it's like, the fact that you're reaching out, the fact that you're taking the time, the fact that you're even initiating isn't being appreciated at all. And I'm not somebody that believes that I'm Miss Queen Bee, or I'm Miss Universe, but I do feel like I'm someone that you should value that person's time, and I feel that way about everybody. I don't think it has anything to do with who you are in the world and how successful you are. Just it's just a common courtesy, and just a common love for your neighbor and someone that may be struggling or going through something difficult. You never get that reciprocity of, how are you doing? Are you doing okay? How are things going for you? Giving back, that same support that you want to get. But you got people that are constantly complaining about how they're being treated. It's all about me. How I'm being treated, how I'm being abused, how I'm being disrespected. And it's never about like, well, how are you treating others? Are you treating others the way you want to be treated? And like I said, I don't get on here, and I'm not trying to make friends. That's not my goal. I'm just trying to survive the nightmare that I'm going through. But again, I feel compelled a lot of times to reach out to certain people, because I'm a caring person. I genuinely care about that person's well-being, and about who how things are going for you, and who you are as a person, and if you're okay, even if I don't know you. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. It's just kind of a lonely place to be, because I know me personally, I don't get a lot of reciprocity when that comes. And that's not the reason I do it, but it would be nice to get some, reciprocity with, so you reaching out and looking, to try to help someone or looking to try to make someone's day as best as possible. Sometimes it's just a simple hello, how are you doing? Are you okay? Are you making it? Are you having a good day? Or don't worry about it. Things will be okay. Just supportive, true, genuine, sincere concern. I think that we all need that when we're so beat up through what we're going through just on a daily basis in general. But we also get a lot of hatred and a lot of uncomfortable jargon from those who are on here pretending to be persecuted, who are pretending to be targeted just for the sake of poking fun, just for the sake of trying to destroy your spirit, just for the sake of trying to pull you down and put you in a negative mindset. And so it's nice to have, just a kind word and someone genuinely caring about how you're doing. And I'm not just saying just, picking out a video. I'm just saying if you've reached out to somebody or if I've reached out to someone, and I'm giving that to them, it would be nice to have them respect that and give it back. Just showing a little bit of reciprocity. That would be nice. That would be loving and that would be kind. So just kind of wanted to get on and say that. That was just kind of on my heart because I feel like I'm always running into that. Even when I was in the world, I was always in, one-sided situations and scenarios where I'm being kind and genuine and sincere and truly caring about this person's well-being. And they appreciate it, when it's one-sided. Of course they appreciate it because it makes them feel wanted and important and cared about. But somehow they just found it very hard to give that back, And of course, if you bring it up, you're automatically the jerk, you know what I mean? Because you're bringing it up and you're being mean. So, I don't know. It's just a loopy world that we live in. And, obviously I've learned not to allow that to break me or to affect me in whether or not I'll be able to get through the day. But again, I just figured I'd come on and speak about it just because it was something that was on my mind and on my heart. Because I just find it so ridiculous how people will complain all day long about how, they don't have that. And when someone gives it to them, they're cool with it, but they just somehow are not capable of giving it back. So, I guess the moral to this little vent is, don't be so focused on, how people are treating you all the time. Maybe take a look at how you're treating others and whether or not you're being as kind to others as you want them to be to you. And if you're not, then maybe that's something that you might be, a little bit more mindful of. Because reciprocity is important. It isn't a necessity. It shouldn't be a necessity if you are trying to be obedient to the Most High, but it is, it's nice to have. Everyone wants to feel important. Everyone wants to feel loved, cared about. And it's just a part of being human. So just remember that, the next time someone takes a time out of their suffering to look at you and try to see how you're doing in your suffering, to see if there's anything they can do to help you in your suffering. Because we're not laying on beaches and drinking pinatas and, ordering room service. I'm living out of my car. I am being assaulted and violated on a nightly and daily basis. And if I could muster up the energy to look out and say, how are you doing? And keep my word when I say I'm going to call you or when I say I'm going to, reach out to you, and I do that, then it'd be nice if you can do the same. So just wanted to put that out there for anybody that may be experiencing that in this so-called community. And outside of that, everyone try to stay strong, stay woke, and be ready. Peace be still.